And number 27, 27, 28, and 29, it says that you need to list, it says, determine whether see that I highlighted that symbol because it's already saying that that's a parallelogram, okay? So all you gotta say is what type of special parallelogram that is. A rhombus, a rectangle, or square, and then you need to list all that apply and explain why you're deciding that is one or the other or the three of them, okay? So one problem could be that it's only one, like a rhombus, number 29. You could have a problem that has all of them, the three will apply, or like number 28, that is none of them. Okay, so any of those three cases could be on the test, and you only have two problems, okay, like this. So number 27, on QS is square root of 36, which is 6, so you simplify it. Use the distance formula. RT is square root of 36, which is 6. So congruent diagonals, therefore, that would be a rectangle, right? And then when you get the slope, is negative 6 over 0, 0 over 6, undefined, which means that the line is a vertical line. Slope of 0, it's a horizontal line, so diagonals are perpendicular. Therefore, that is a rhombus. So if it's a rectangle and if it's a rhombus, could that be a square? Could it be a square? If it's a rectangle and it's a rhombus?
Yes.
Yes, that would make it a square. Okay, so, and then you have to explain. On the test, I'm also leaving you all that long space because you gotta write, okay? So make sure that you put the three dots, therefore, parallelogram QRST. It's a rectangle because it has congruent diagonals. You have to explain. See what it says here? Explain why. Comma, it's a rhombus because diagonals are perpendicular. Comma, I'm missing a comma here. And a square because both diagonals are congruent and perpendicular. So that was number 27. Okay, number 28. In 28, we have that the distances, in this case, is square root of 40. Make sure you simplify the radical. That would be 4 times square root of 10. Square root of 4 is 2, so it's 2 square root of 10. RT is the square root of 32. Which is the greatest perfect square root number that goes into 32? Well, that is 16, because 4 goes into 32, but that's not the biggest. So 16, square root of 16 is 4. Notice that because of the distances, the length of those diagonals is not the same, so it's not a rectangle. When you get the slope, that gives you 1/3. RT is -1 when you simplify it. I will simplify to the lowest terms. Since the diagonals are not having slopes that are negative reciprocals, this is not a rhombus. So it's not a rectangle, it's not a rhombus, so it's none of the three. So you have to say quadrilateral, PQRST, is only a parallelogram, because I've said that it's a parallelogram. So it's only a parallelogram because, explain why. Well, because diagonals are not congruent nor perpendicular. So that was number 28. Questions? That was good? Okay, now number 29. In number 29, if you look at the distance, the distances are going to be square root of 80, and that is 16 times 5, which is 4 square root of 5. Square root of 20, and that is 2 square root of 5. So the distances are not the same, so this is not a rectangle. In JL, the slope of JL is 1/2. The slope of KM is -2 over 1. Therefore, negative reciprocal slopes, the conclusion is that the parallelogram is a rhombus because diagonals are perpendicular. Now, number 30. In number 30, they're saying that the quadrilateral, it's a rhombus. So right away, diagonals are perpendicular, opposite angles are congruent, and here they're giving me that ABC is 2x plus 3, DCB is 2x plus 3, and ABC is 2x minus 7. So consecutive angles is a parallelogram. So consecutive angles are supplementary. So you add them up, 2x and 2x is 4x, -7 plus 3 is -4. That equals to 180. add 4, 184, divided by 4, it's 46. So once you know x is 46, since they're asking me for DAB, that is the angle A, well, if I know angle C, I plug in 46 into x, that's 92 plus 3, that is 95. So that was the answer to number 30. And number 31, last one. On the test, you're going to have the same picture, but it's not the same question, so be careful, okay? So in this case, they want you to find the angle AHJ. AHJ, A, H, and J, so that is the angle right there. See, this is a triangle. If I know this little angle, which is the difference of the hexagonal interior angle, I use my formula, that is 120, minus the pentagon interior angle, I use my formula, n minus 2 times 180 divided by n, I got 108. When I subtracted those two angles, 120 minus 108, that gives me 12. And the hexagon angle J has 120 degrees. So when you add 120 plus 12, subtract that sum from 180, that's the remaining angle, the angle at H, which is 48. And that was the answer, okay? So check to see what angle they want, and then that's how you can approach the problem. Any questions about any of these problems?
What did you say? You added 120 to 12?
That's right.
And then you subtracted it from 180?
That is right. Because this is a triangle,
Yeah.
the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. Right? So if I know this is 120 and this is 12, the sum of those two, subtract from 180, the remaining measurement is that missing angle.
Well,
That's it. Okay? Okay, you guys.